Hello, everybody. How are you all? Hello, everyone. How are you all? Good evening. Hello, Julie Sinclair. How are you? Nice to have you here. And Kylie from New Zealand. Hello, Kylie. How are you? Karen Eckford. How are you? Kerry, hello, my love. Long time no see since last night. How are you? So we have Julie Sinclair. Julie, where are you watching from, my love? Let me know. We have Kylie in New Zealand. Kylie Simmons, New Zealand. We have Karen Eckford. Can't quite read where you're from there, Karen. The flag is very small. If you can tell me where you're from. LeGray, I haven't heard from you for a while. Hello, how are you? Long time since I've seen you on here. Welcome. Melbourne, is it Julie? Cool. Thank you. And Heather McPherson is in WA. How are you? I'm just jotting some names down here, so excuse me if I'm not looking at the screen. Kerry is good. Thank you, my love. Good to see you. Let me know where you're watching from and let me know if you are seeing me from, sorry, that was my phone. Let me know if you're watching from Pathway to Peace, my business page. Hello, Casey and Angela Phillips. They're on my Pathway to Peace page. Let's see if you come over into Spiritual Events Directory. I'm not too sure. I might have to watch two screens tonight. Angela, long time no see since last night. How are you, my darling? Casey, hello. I've just put up a workshop, Casey, that you may be very interested in for next year. It's on a Wednesday evening for 8 weeks at 8 p.m. Have a look at it, my love. Megan is on my Pathway to Peace page. And she is in Victoria. Beautiful. All righty. Well, I think I've got a few people on here now. I'll just keep my eye on things. I know it is Christmas week, and I'm not live streaming tonight because I've had a bit of a busy day with phone calls and doing things and all sorts of stuff. And before I knew it, it was like 5 o'clock. So my normal scheduling and so forth wasn't scheduled. It went out the door. Thank you, Megan. Oh, we had the pouring rain yesterday and last night, Angela. When I was on the Zoom with you, it was pouring rain here where I am. So anyway, I'm just going to have to monitor both screens because, as I say, my scheduling for live streaming didn't happen today because I've had a busy day. And as I say, before I knew it was 5 p.m. my time. So welcome to everybody who is here with me this evening. Hopefully we'll get a few more people through. I usually have quite a few people, but if we don't tonight, that's fine because I do understand this week is, I believe, Christmas week. Christmas is coming. Christmas for me here in Sydney, Australia is on Friday. That's Christmas Day, and Saturday being Boxing Day, as we call it. Thursday, Christmas Eve. So hoping whatever day Christmas is for everybody on here, that you have a great day, no matter what you're doing. And even for those who are on their own, I know that you will get through the day. Treat yourself kindly on the day, everybody. Alrighty, I think everything's working. Alrighty. Sad part is Facebook seem to have changed their pages as well. The way they're doing things, and they've got business suites happening and all sorts of stuff. So I have to get some more tuition on technology on Facebook because things have changed again. So hopefully this is all working. Alrighty, so we might get into it now, I think. So for those who don't know me, my name is Trish and my business name is Pathway to Peace. The formal name is Pathway to Peace Healing Centre, but I just refer to it as Pathway to Peace. As I say, I do have some beautiful people here on my Pathway to Peace business page tonight live, and then I have all these other beautiful souls joining me through Spiritual Events Directory. So I've done what's called cross-posting tonight. So as I said earlier on, please forgive me if I look like I'm looking at two screens, but I actually am because of the way that it's cross-posted this evening. Okay, so as you'll see there, have a look in my blurb. I put in there who I am. I have put in the link to join my community page of Pathway to Peace for those who haven't liked or followed or are sharing my pages yet. If you're new here, what I do ask is, in exchange for the energy for coming in here each week, is that you do like and follow my business page so you can join me at any time that I'm on there. You can see the workshops and services and programs that I offer, and you can just see daily support things that I post and so on. I have, before I get too far into it, I've popped in there a program that I have just put up for next year starting in February. It's Soul Collage 8-week program where we work with the 9 houses, and I've put some details in there of the 9 houses we'll work with, and some of them are your true essence, your true values, houses of actions, possibilities, ancient wisdom, your intentions and imagination, and it's delving deep into your soul, really telling your story, bringing up your truth, honouring yourself and creating that beautiful life that you know that you can participate in, but sometimes we just get a bit stuck in doing it. I just completed one last week and it was so amazing with the beautiful people that came in and the growth and the changes that they made each week they came in, and to see their beautiful smiling faces and seeing how they changed as it went was just unreal. So I've put in 2 options there. One is for an evening class starting on a Wednesday evening, my time here in Sydney, Australia at 8 p.m. And I've put in a Thursday day at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Time because I do get a lot of overseas people coming in, and I know it's hard for them to do my nighttime class. So I've popped a daytime in, which hopefully may allow the people overseas to come in and join me in my classes. Or if you're a night worker or a late worker or something, maybe the Thursday day one, even if you are in good old Australia or New Zealand on the same time zones or similar to, would be able to join me. So have a look at that. You can get the tickets through Try Booking. There's 2 links there, one for the evening class and one for the day. I so look forward to having you all in there. So do yourself a favour, get in there and join that program. I've also popped in there a link for my YouTube, which will be increasing. And also I have put in the link for my blog page that I have started. There's 2 or 3 blogs on there. I only started about a week or so ago. There's going to be more and more in there. I've already got people following it. So get in there and click on that and become a follower of that as well. And you're going to catch me somewhere, aren't you? And I look forward to having you with me as part of my beautiful soul community group. Okay, yes, Heather, Soul Collage workshops are fun, and I'm hoping to bring them next year when things settle down and we get past all these hiccups. I'll be able to do them face-to-face with groups. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping I have a few connections with different people in Victoria and Tasmania, and I'm looking forward to hopefully taking the workshops and so forth interstate to those 2 states. So hopefully next year we can do some face-to-face work, but we all know we just need to settle down at the moment. Alrighty, well, I think that's enough now of me chatting about what I have to offer and the links and so forth like that. So I've written a few names down. So I'm going to, we've got Michelle Borgo. Okay, I'll drop Michelle's down. I've written some names down. I'm going to go through them. If I call your name out, please let me know you're still there, because tonight I'm really not going to get into anything too much of what I normally would do. Normally I come in with lots of soul insights and downloads from spirit and have discussion, and I try to get you to interact with the discussion too by popping in your responses. And thank you, LeGray. Thank you so much. You're on my list for a reading, LeGray, so hang with me, please. Yeah, so normally, you know, and I do a download from Spirit, or sometimes I do healings and all sorts of things. Each week is different. But tonight, because it's Christmas week, and I'm a bit scattered today because I've been busy, and it's just been like that the last few days, that I just think that it was just nice to have the time to come in and be with everybody here tonight, being a couple of days. Yes, Julie, you're on my list as well, Julie. Pop in and say that you're still there, and I'll tick you on my list. Yeah, so I thought, you know what, it's Christmas week, and I think we're all at that point where no one wants to be downloaded with too much, because there's already a lot to think about. It's that time of year where people go through a lot of heartache in a way, because they've lost loved ones. It's Christmas time and they're craving their loved ones, and a lot of us have lost loved ones recently this year and even years ago, and it still can make these times at this time of year tough. And I think during the Christmas week and the week following it, that we just need to be kind to ourselves. Now, having said that, I wasn't going to talk a lot now, Spirit has started to work with me, haven't they? So I'll just say what's coming in, but I won't make it a lifelong, night-long chat like I normally would. Kylie, you're still there. Beautiful, ticked off, my darling, so stay with me. Kerry, yes, I'll jot you down. So hang in with the site. Angela, I've got you on my list if you're still there. Casey, I've got you on my list. Megan Dow, I have you on my list. Michelle Borgo, I have you on my list. Heather McPherson, I have you on my list so far. If I've missed anyone, just put a comment and say, pick me, you forgot me, you forgot me. Okay, so yeah, so as I was saying, it is that time of year where we have lost loved ones this year, we have lost loved ones the year before and years before. And also, hello, Kat, how are you, darling? Nice to see you. I'll pop you on my list and we'll see if we get to you for a reading, Kat. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, so it's just that time of year where memories surface, the deep memories surface. You know, we have our loved ones with us all the time, and I'm sure most of you know that, and you can connect with them anytime you like. They're omnipresent. They're always with you. You've only got to ask them to come in, and you can ask them and to let you hear them, to feel them, to see them, to smell them, whatever way that you guys, beautiful Angel, you guys can connect, just ask them. But at this time of year, even though they connect with us, even that smell of them, something familiar or a familiar conversation or a familiar action that we take, just at this time of year with celebrations, you know, it can make us feel a bit sad. And for some people, it can be quite traumatic, and for some people, they can get through it. And for other people, it is harder. You know, like I'm 63 years old, and I don't feel 63 by any means, but sometimes I do feel 63 when I get, you know, in that moments of feeling, you know, quite depressed and a bit down about having lost loved ones. You know, my dad died when I was 16 years old, so it's many years ago. But at this time of year, we still want those loved ones around. So, you know, we all feel different, we all travel different, we all experience different. I've lost lots of loved ones in my life, but moving away from those who we have lost by death, we've also lost relationships. Okay, so please remember that. Even though someone hasn't lost someone by death, they've lost relationships. They've lost boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers. They've lost friends, people they've been friends with for many years, or even if it's only a few months or 12 months, but they were really good friends. We have lost siblings in our lives because we have had to part the relationships for whatever those rhymes and reasons are. People have been through divorces. You know, there's so many ways that relationships have been lost and memories come back to us. It's not just by death, okay? So just remember, everyone's feeling it in a different way for different reasons, and their losses are different to you. Even if it is death by death for both of you, the loss feels different. So try to be nurturing of yourself, nurturing of others. Don't act like you know how they feel. Hi, Deborah. Don't act like you know exactly how they feel. You know part of how they feel. You can understand some of it, but everyone feels and reacts very, very differently. Okay, so just remember that as you're traveling through, all right? It's a big thing, Christmas. And unfortunately, we do know that at festive times, Christmas and Easter in particular are times where people, what we call, they choose to go home. So they choose to die at these periods. It's like a contract they've made, soul groups hang together and off they go together. So it can be very tough, very tough. So having worked with death a lot and doing my end of life doula training and in depth and doing the grief and the holistic counselling type in depth work that I do and so forth, I really implore you to just support yourself and do what it takes to get through. And if that getting through is to remove yourself from a situation and have 5 to 10 minutes to yourself or an hour or more, whatever it takes, take it and just know that your decision to handle it, how you'll handle it, is your decision. And please don't feel pressured by others to do it any differently. Hello, Lola. Lola is on my Pathway to Peace page. Lola Williams, I'll pop you on my list and hopefully we'll get to you. So that's what I'll say tonight. It's an important time. Now, the other thing that I'm going to say to everybody is, yes, this is an important time. So my plan is that Thursday being, before I get into the readings, and as I say, we just had a little spiel there downloaded from Spirit that they wanted me to share with you, so I did. And enough said on that, because I think we are on the same playing field and understanding of everything that I have just shared with you. And just know that me sharing it with you, I've been in the same train ride as everybody. I've had my experiences of lost relationships, siblings that I have no contact with anymore for different reasons, loss of my parents, death of friends and all sorts of things. So, in amongst doing what I do, I've had my life experiences as well, and this is what I draw from. And I'm very passionate about making sure that people are where they need to be and get through how they know suits them. So please. So having said that, the only other thing before I do readings that I'd like to say is, and I'll remind you again if I think of it, is that Thursday is Christmas Eve here in Australia. Now, during the day, if all goes well, because we are in different lockdowns in different areas and so forth, and I live close to Cronulla where we've had a scare as well, blah, blah, blah. I'm supposed to be going Harley-Davidson riding as part of a Christmas present from my family, and we're all going on different rides with interacting with each other. So I'm hoping that goes ahead, but you know what? I know in my heart that if it doesn't, it's just meant for another time. So what I wanted to say to you is that if things aren't working out exactly as you would like and you have planned, just know, and this is something that Spirit reminded me of today. I spoke to someone about it today, and they're saying to share this as well. God love them. They weren't going to say anything, and now they've come in full bore, haven't they? My God. Is that just remember, as time goes by, things will change. We will go into another lifestyle, another schedule, another way of living our life. It will be different. But just know that the plans that you've made now for Christmas and New Year, if they don't go ahead, don't be disappointed. Just bless your blessings that you are here to tell the story, that you're here to know it, even though you're experiencing things that you don't want to. We are. Make the best that you can. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. It's not necessary. It takes you nowhere. It becomes frustrating. It can become dramatic, and it can become depressing. So please try to just go through it and know, and just look in your calendars, look in your diaries, look at the people you're going to share with and say, you know what, if this doesn't work, we're having Christmas in February. If this doesn't work, we'll have Christmas in March, followed by New Year celebrations. You don't have to buy the gifts and things. It's about sharing of the food and the wine, breaking the bread and sharing the wine. So that was the other thing that I just wanted to impart with you. This may be for now, but in couple of months so time, just know you can celebrate. You can do what you're going to do. You don't necessarily have to have the gifts, because the gift should be the gift of people coming together, the gift of each other, being together, talking, sharing, having fun. Yes, compromise, that's exactly right. So just know, if it's not happening now, it might happen in about 6 weeks' time. You have the opportunity and you have the choice to make the best of it. So please do, and try and support as many people around you as you can, even if it's with a phone call, or you can organise a Zoom meeting so people can see faces and have someone to talk to. There's lots of ways, if you put your little thinking caps on, of the ways you can get around it. Now, the last thing that I wanted to say on that is New Year's Eve, I will be coming in on my business page, Pathway to Peace. So if you're not already on my page as a liker, a follower and a sharer, get over there now on that link that I've just given you, because I will come in on New Year's Eve. It might be 7:30, something like that. Not too sure of the time yet, but I will put up, yes, I will, Casey, trust me, there will be pictures. I can't wait, of me on the bike. Yeah, it's a trike Harley Davidson thing. I like motorbikes and I like riding pillion. I love the freedom of riding pillion. It's about 9 years or so since I've been on the back of a bike riding pillion. I did it for a long time. So I'm really looking just the freedom of this. But anyway, Christmas Eve, beg my pardon, I will be out and about during the day and doing my thing. And then Christmas Eve, I have planned that I'm coming in here, but I will be in my Pathway to Peace business page. So as I say, if you're not already part of my Pathway to Peace community, get on that link now, get over there, like it and follow it. You'll need to like and follow to be there. Share it. I will put up a post tomorrow that I'm coming in live on Thursday night, and I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to have a chat. I'm just going to do some readings, and I'm just going to make myself available for an hour or so, because I know there are people there who need to have this contact, who need to have this support, and need to have this company. So if you are on your own, and even if you're not, please join me Thursday night. Yeah, well, Casey, if I lived near you, I'd be on your husband's bike and say, take me, take me. So I will be here Thursday night, okay? So come in, pour yourself a glass of wine, have your cheese and bickies or your Christmas fruit cake, whatever it takes, come in and join me. I'll have a glass of wine with me and I'll just sip on it. And here I will be to share some time with you on Christmas Eve, because I feel it's very important to be available to support people. And, you know, I'll try and make it as interactive as I can. You can put comments and I'll reply to those comments and so on, but we'll just go intuitively as to what the evening brings. But I want it to be lighthearted, and I'll just come in and it'll just be an hour of, you know, pulling cards and doing readings and answering occasional questions and things. It's not going to be a chat. It's not going to be a spirit download, and I'll make sure that they don't download me like they've just done and they said they weren't. God bless them. So that's where I'll be. So come in on Thursday night. Get over and follow my page so that you can see my post tomorrow when I confirm that I'm coming in and what time that will be. Okay, so I look forward to seeing those who do come in on Thursday evening, joining me. It's the first time I've ever done Christmas Eve, something like this, but this year I just feel that this is where I want to spend some time on Christmas Eve with all the beautiful souls that I have in my community. So please join me. If you're not one of my beautiful souls yet, I invite you to become part of my community. From my heart to yours, please join us. I couldn't think of anything more fun. Okay, so having said that, I'm just going to have a little sip of green tea, because I've talked more than I thought I was going to talk. Kat Gray, that's beautiful of you to do that. I have spent a lot of Christmases alone. Kat, join me on Thursday night. My darling girl, join me. Nicola, beautiful. See you there on Thursday night. And yes, Nicola did say sometimes you have to compromise. Absolutely you do. Absolutely. Life is a compromise. Every day you get up is a compromise, whether you know it, realise it, feel it, experience it. Every day is a compromise. Alrighty, so I hope you can all see my beautiful oil diffuser in the background changing colour. It goes through the chakra colours. And I'm using my Young Living oils in there. So these Young Living oils, if anybody is interested in them, you can purchase this kit, and the kit comes with this beautiful diffuser. It's absolutely glorious. And I'm also going to be doing some lessons and lives on these oils, on each and every one of them. And I'll be telling you, you know, what they're used for. I'm going to incorporate the chakra colours with them and all sorts of things. And I'm actually going to put a little workshop together as well. But I'll be coming in and doing more of this as well. But if anyone is interested in the Young Living oils and you would like to purchase this kit, which comes with the diffuser, send me a private message through Pathway to Peace, and we can hook up and have a Zoom chat, and I can tell you all about the oils, how I can get you the kit and all of that sort of thing. And then you also can come in and start doing workshops with me using the oils and different things, and you'll be able to come into those workshops for something like $10 a workshop. So that's how that's going to work. But apart from that, these oils are just beautiful. Now, Nicola, do they bring on hay fever at all? No, they don't. I'll just quickly answer. Yes, they are beautiful, aren't they, Casey? No, they don't bring on hay fever, and I can tell you for sure because they are 100% pure essential oils. They're sourced. They're called seed to seal. They're sourced from all different farms, so to speak, throughout the world, and some of them are from farms here in Australia, the sandalwood and so forth. And they're virtually organic. They go, Young Living oils go around, and they're very particular as to where they get the products from. They're 100%, and I can tell you they don't affect you, and I'll tell you why I know that is because I am asthmatic. I have a low lung capacity and a bit of an immune problem, and I do suffer with hay fever and some different things that go on, okay? These oils do not affect me, and I'm sitting in a room with a diffuser going with oils in it, okay? Now, I've done this every night for a week in here. I don't normally have it in here, but I've moved it in here, and as you can see, I look perfectly fine, I'm speaking fine, and I'm breathing fine. So, Nicola, if you want to send me a DM, sweetheart, we'll work up a time between us, and we can have a Zoom and a chat, and I can speak to you more about them if you would like. And I could organise for you to get the kit and the diffuser. But they definitely don't affect hay fever, asthma, or anything, as I say, because they are 100% pure essential oils. Okay, all right. So send me a DM, Nicola, and we can work it out from there. Anyone else who's interested, please. There'll be workshops coming with it, but you know, in the workshops, you do really need to have the oils so that you know what you're learning, you can implement with the oils, and you'll be learning about. I'm putting together what crystal goes with what oil and how you can use them together and so forth as well. So that's going to be something else interesting to look out for as well. So I'm going to draw a card now for Julie Sinclair. Julie, a card for you, my love. So these are only short readings. They're only snippets. If you want to get more into your readings, you can go into my website and make a booking. Yes. A friend of mine, Angela, who I'll be working with next year, is talking about curbing hay fever with these oils. And as I say, they don't affect me at all. And I'm a hay fever sufferer. I'm a watery eye sufferer. I'm an asthmatic. And Angela has tried and tested them on her as well, and the same with me. So I can say that they don't. Okay, so we're going to get on to some readings now, my lovelies. So thank you for that, Angela. Okay, so for Julie Sinclair, your card is called Daydream. Imagination, allow your mind to wander, and quiet time. Okay, Julie, it's that time of year for you. Okay, I feel a little bit like you are tired, just like the card says, it's quiet time. You're sitting under the tree there, you are. You've got a lot going on in your mind, and you are wondering, and you're looking at the stars, you're looking up into the beautiful canopy of trees there. You're smiling, but you're still of two minds as to what you want to do, what is the direction and the decisions that you should make. And what I suggest you do is just make the decision with all the things that you need to make decisions on. This relates to family, or it relates to friends, it relates to how you look after yourself and what you do. And I believe that you have a passion for learning. So if you have a passion for learning, this is one of the biggest things on your hit list that you need to get in contact with within yourself. Okay. You need to get in contact with yourself. Nicola, if I don't get to you tonight, love, send me a DM and I'll talk to you about the oils and I'll give you a quick reading as well because I may not get to you, my love. So send me a DM and we'll do all that in one hit. So please, you want to learn more, and it's very important that if you don't get onto this learning, you're just going to disappoint yourself more as 2021 goes on. And it's like I say to everybody, you know, on the stroke of midnight, 1st of January 2021 doesn't mean that everything automatically changes for you. You got to do the work. You got to do the action. Okay? If you don't do the work, you don't take the action, it's not going to happen. So you need to sit in that contemplation between now and the next couple of weeks and sort it all out. Write your list, go for broke and say, this is what's happening. You need to become your own boss. Kylie Simmons in New Zealand, I have a card for you. Ooh, dancing, self-expression and movement. You have a lot of colour there. If you have a look, it's almost like the vortex of energies within your body. You have a mix there of the solar, the sacral, the heart, and the third eye. Okay, and see how they're swirling. And if you have a look up where the hands and the head are, the colours are thicker, they're more vibrant, there's more of it, because in your third eye, this is where all your life is going past you. This is where you are envisioning who you are and what you want to do. Now, this card's not saying that you're a dancer, but it's telling you you can be a dancer in your life. So stop standing still. I feel that you're very stagnant. I almost feel like that you're standing in a bit of cement. Get yourself out of the cement, not into the quicksand. Get yourself onto Mother Earth. Get yourself onto the grass. Get moving and do this dance, okay? Do this dance, okay? You have a book. It's like you have a bookshelf full of books. I can see it and I can feel it, and you're standing at that bookshelf. And there's different books there, and they're like educational books. There's spiritual books. There's educational books. There's things you want to read. There's things you want to look up, and you just keep putting it off. You just keep, procrastinating. So please stop procrastinating. Get the books off the shelf, open them up, stick in stickers, highlight the bits that you read and keep going back to them, because in amongst all of this is putting together the direction that you want to go in. You're another one that over the next couple of weeks you need to get it together. I think this is what a lot of people are going to be tonight. So LeGray, I hope that you're still with us, my love. Okay, LeGray, a card for you. Card for LeGray. And LeGray, your card's coming from a different deck. You've had to give candles away too, Nicola. We'll talk about those candles as well, because they probably were chemical type fragrances in them, not 100% pure oils. Okay, LeGray, existence, sitting on the lotus flower looking to the galaxy. How perfect with everything that we're going through, LeGray, at the moment. Okay, with all the changes, all the astrological changes, the movement of Sagittarius, the eclipse and all sorts of things. You've really been sitting on this lotus flower though for a while. It's time to get off. The lotus flower has flowered. It has given you what you've been asking for, but now you're looking at that shooting star. Allow that shooting star to land. I feel that you're a little bit fearful of where you might land if you make your decisions. Okay, just make the decision, just go ahead, just do it, because the decisions that you make are going to be the right ones for you. This is to do with work. Now, when I say work, it can be any kind of work, okay, any kind of work. When I say work, it can be work as in the workplace, or it can be work around the home, or it could be work that you're doing, putting something together. And I feel like that you are across all of that. You're a bit of a mixer. You're a bit like a NutriBullet. NutriBullet is a thing we use to make smoothies and juices and different things, and you're a bit like that. You keep putting everything in the mix, but you're not actually pulling out what you don't need. So stop putting too much into your mix. Come back to basics and go through each level of where it is with what you want and what comes first for you. Okay, this beautiful lotus flower that you're sitting on, it won't go anywhere. It's going to nurture you and hold you energetically forevermore. You've landed on it perfectly. Now let it do its work with you. Okay. And Heather McPherson. Oh, thanks, Angela, for putting the post up there. Thank you, my darling. Heather McPherson. Okay, a card for you, my love. Heather, your card's coming out of the same deck, and your card is projections. Okay, projections. You're doing a lot of mirror work. Now, when I say mirror work, you're not actually looking in the mirror, but you're doing, oh, thank you, LeGray, beautiful. You're doing a lot of mirror work. See how we've got 4 faces here? We have the 2 faces that are foremost at the front and then 2 that are reflected back. It's of man and woman. This is about a relationship and the things that you are reflecting back and forth at each other. See the distance between you? We need to bring this distance together. There's stuff that needs to be spoken. There's stuff that needs to be sorted out. And there's stuff that you need to express, and you need to know that through this expression will come understanding. If you both keep keeping it to yourself, you're never going to understand each other because both of you are so busy trying to work out what the problem is, but no one's asking the questions. So if you have a relationship like this in your life, please start asking the questions, bringing the relationship in closer. It's not a relationship that's meant to part. It's just one that is meant to be rekindled with discussion, with words, with understanding and asking questions. And that's what that card is about. And the 2 people that are standing back, they're the soul in you that wants you to do this. And they're like on the outside going, whoa, we can be as one here if you will allow us. So allow your soul, listen to your soul. Your soul knows best. Your soul knows, you know, your soul's got the information. So listen up because it'll help you through the situation. Okay, Angela, my beautiful Angela, I'm going to draw you a card from my soul deck, Angela. And after Angela, I've got Casey Morrison. So I'm just going to go down the list that I've already written. And depending on how much time we have left, maybe more, but I've got a few people. So I've got Angela Phillips, then I've got Casey Morrison, then I have Megan Dowell, I have Michelle Borgo, Kerry Anderson, Kat Gray, and I have Lola Williams. So if you're still on board there, hang in there. The cards are coming. If I still have some time, I will go back to the people on the comments and pull out a couple more people. So we'll just see what we've got time for. So Angela, my love, a card for you out of my soul deck. Ooh, and Heather, that resonates. Okay. Angela, how cool is this card? Okay. Angela, going in line with last night. My God, girl. I hope you're still here somewhere. Where are you, Angela? Are you on my page or on Spiritual Events Directory page? I'll take a picture of this card and send it to you so you can work with it. Thank you, Heather. Merry Christmas to you, my darling. Thank you for being here. Angela, emerging. Not a lot I need to say about that, is there? Not a lot I need to say because, Angela, you know, emerging. I am emerging into the light with joy and ease. You sure are. Just have faith in yourself, my love, my friend. Just have faith. It's all happening. You are emerging. You're coming out of those spaces where you have been, okay, and things are changing. Oh, man, and they're changing. Big page. Big time, sorry. I just saw your message and went big page. So you're on both pages. Thank you, love. Huge. I'll take a picture of this, Angela, and I'll send it to you because you do know what it means. I don't need to go right into it. Had a few discussions. You know what it all means. Wow. Wow, wow. So here we go. Spirit just knows. So I love Spirit just knows. My God. I love working with them. All righty. So Casey Morrison, you're next, my love. Hopefully you're still with us. Casey was on my Pathway to Peace page. Okay, Casey, I'm going to draw a card from my soul deck for you as well. Casey, your card is Transformation. I am joyously centered and safe as wonderful changes occur around me, and that they are because, Casey, you are going through a lot of changes as well as your sister is. Okay, all right. Beautiful changes. Have a look at what do you call it? The stem of the flower, and there's a little moon there. See the little moon here, the beautiful moon with the beautiful violety pink colour in there, okay? And the flowers, the buds are opening. So you're on your journey, you're on your way with your spiritual work. This is where you're going. But your spiritual work is also being entwined with the work that you do with the animals. I know you have your dog grooming and training business with the puppy dogs and so forth, and it fits perfectly. There's work for you to do. You know, come on in and do the spiritual workshops and learnings and things, because you need these insights, because you're going to be intertwining them into the animal world. But I also believe that at the same time, if you haven't already done it, there's an animal course that you need to be doing. I can't think of what it's called at the moment, but I'm sure you'll understand what the message is there. There's a bigger course for you for working with animals, for really looking after their welfare, their happiness, their healing, and being able to speak to them in conjunction with the work that you do. If you haven't already found that course, have a look around, because that course is coming your way. Don't think twice about doing it. Get in there and get it done, okay, in amongst your other spiritual learnings. Okay, Megan Dow, are you with Stormy? Oh, my God, now I can't speak with spirit. Lord, are you still there? Let's have a look. Megan. So Megan Dow, compassion, the vibration of compassion shines through my every cell. This is about being compassionate for self. If you have a look, you can see these hands, and they're holding and nurturing, and they're placing healing. This is the healing that's being placed into your heart center, but not only just your heart center here, but also in your gut knowing. Because as you know, the chakras work in conjunction with each other. So we've got, you know, the gut knowing, the solar plexus, then the heart and the throat and so on. This is coming up into the spiritual area. No, not yet, Michelle. You're next, actually, Michelle. And I'm glad that you snuck in your shower. Good girl. Yeah, so these are the spiritual chakras, okay? And this is where this healing is needed. And the heart and the gut, we need to get you synced in with the throat. You need to start speaking your truth, and this compassion will come. But it's about compassion for yourself. You need to start being kinder to yourself. You need to start, oh my Lord, Spirit's playing with my words tonight, good grief. You need to start being a kinder to yourself, because at times you're not very kind. And what that means is that, you know, cut yourself some slack, girl, is what they're saying. Cut yourself some slack. Stop being so rough. Be more compassionate to yourself. Allow yourself to travel through. Allow yourself to pull out your truth. Allow yourself to listen to your story and understand that your story is your story. But, you know, we can learn the positive out of the negatives. And this is what they're trying to do with this compassion message to you. Okay? My 8-week program that I put up there tonight in my spiel will be perfect for you and everybody else on here. But for you, it will be good, because you need to learn that compassion. But you need to get into your toolkit and find out what's going on. You need to get into your true essence and understand yourself, okay? So Michelle, who is now squeaky clean because she's had her shower, is going to have a card from the Osho deck that I have here. Okay, from the Osho deck. All righty. So Michelle and Borgo, here we are. Oh, intensity, my God. Step it back, girl. Step back. What's the rush? Whoa, you love making decisions real quick. There ain't no time like the present, what they're saying with this card. See how it's like a whirlwind? You know, every card comes with a different message for different reasons. Okay? Every card. Yep, and the RC and lavender oils are in the kit that I was referring to, for anyone who's interested in contacting me about the kit, and then you can come into my workshops. Yeah, whirlwind. Whoa, you are going like the clappers there, girl. Have a go at that. Look at it. Look at the force behind you. Okay? You need to calm that force down. You need to come into yourself. You need to allow yourself the time. I'm slowing my voice down. You know, you just need to slow down. And if you slow down, you won't miss the soul train because you're missing a few things. There's things that you want answers for. There's things that you want to do, but you don't know how to do them. You're a bit all up in your head, a bit all over the shop, and this is why, because you're going like a whirlwind. See? Intensity, but for the wrong reasons. Okay, so bring your intensity down. It's like driving a car at 120 Ks. You really don't breathe properly because you're holding your breath. You know, it might be exciting, but you're holding your breath hoping that you don't have a car accident, you know. So when we go like the whirlwind, this is what we're doing. We're holding our breath and we miss the messages along the way. We miss the information. We miss the download of how can I, what's the best way I can do it. So that card is asking you to slow down, Michelle. Okay, Kerry Addison, hopefully you are still there. Hello, Lisa. Haven't seen you in here for a while, my love. Welcome. Okay, Kerry Addison. And then after that, it's Kat Gray and Lola Williams. And then we might have time for a couple more. We'll see how we go. Okay, letting go for Kerry Addison. Kerry will know what that's about. Letting go. Let go of the angst. Let go of the fear. See how, I hope you can see it, the card has the beautiful leaves like in the lily pond, and then you've got the little pool of water. If I go like that, you might be able to see that. Okay. Allow the gentleness. Allow the gentleness. Okay. See how gentle the water is and the swirl in this water. See how soft it is. It's just doing its thing. Just allow, Kerry. Don't push yourself too much. Now, you know, you've done some work here, Kerry, recently as of last night, so you know what you need to do. You've set your intentions and your affirmations, so go with them and see the peace that you can bring yourself. Look at the green in those leaves. This is the healing and the new life. The healing and the new life. So with those affirmations and those intentions that you've set, you can have these beautiful leaves opening. Your growth is there for you. But you've got to be willing to accept that you need to do the work to do that. Okay, so follow what you say. Don't just say it and then walk away from it because it gets too hard. Okay, you've actually got to follow it, and you will have that beautiful green foliage that is sitting within you waiting to bloom. It will open up. Okay, all right, and with the gentleness of the water. Okay, going very slow. I had gastro. Oh, I had that last week, Michelle. Not very pleasant. So did my family and a few friends. But that's not the sort of go slow we're talking about. But I'm sure you understand that, and I hope you do feel better with Christmas and New Year and so many things to be concentrating on. Kat Gray. Kat Gray. I'm going to draw. Kat, if you're still with us, my love, let me know. Love to know that you're still here. You're very welcome, Kerry. Let me know if you're still here, Kat. And I'm drawing you a card, my love. And just excuse me, I'm just going to have a little sip on my voice. I try not to drink when I'm on here, but when you talk so much, my throat and my mouth just gets so dry because I talk so much. Oh, well, what are you to do when you're a talker? Not a lot. Okay, kitchen, creation. Woo, Kat, yes. New life. This is where your creation is. You are cooking up some recipe, girl, but I'm not talking about recipe as in food. Yes, Kat's still with me. So, Kat, this kitchen is all about the recipe of life. New beginnings, new changes. You need to switch things around. Change your regiment is what they're saying. So change the schedule. If you're doing something first thing in the morning, try doing it midday or later in the day. Turn things around, change things so that you don't become not complacent, but the mundane in it, okay? What the hell? I have no idea what this person is doing. And I'm just going to delete that comment. That was ridiculous. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, so change it up. New recipes. Get out your books, get out your educational books, your learning books, your spiritual books, get out your decks of cards, get your crystals, get everything out, put them in different places, rearrange, find new spots, find different times of day to do different things. This is what they're asking you to do. I know, Kat, that you have made changes in your life, okay? But just turn it upside down where you are now. Turn it upside down. So bring in new beginnings by doing things differently is what they're saying. And I'm sure you will understand that, okay? And it's all about this creation. So the kitchen is for the cooking, yes, but in your case, it's creation of, your life, of the direction that you're going in, the things you do and the things that you can create to bring in that happiness and that connection with you and your soul. Lola Williams, you are next, my lovely. Lola, let me know if you're still here, Lola. I know it takes a while to get to readings, but, we just all have to be patient. And sometimes I think, gee, I need to be a bit faster with readings, but I can't. I don't normally use cards. I do mind-to-mind connection. I take my vibration up to spirit. Spirit brings theirs down. They bring in ancestors. They bring in all sorts of information and people, and that's normally how I work. But on here, I use the cards because I know people like to see the cards when we're doing the reading. And for quick you're welcome, Kat. For quick readings, the cards are good because it helps you to connect with the information a lot quicker when we're on here as well. But if you were to have a one-on-one reading with me, whether it was in face-to-face or via Zoom, there'd be a lot going on, but I wouldn't be using the cards because I'll be just doing the mind-to-mind connection with the spiritual realms. Okay, Lola Williams from Victoria. I hope you're still there, Lola. And the card for you is from this deck. Oh, rebirth, release, and integration. Wow. Look at the Kundalini in this card. This card doesn't come out very often. You are so lucky. New energy. You are going to be letting go of relationships. There's relationships you need to let go of, and as soon as you let go of them, your Kundalini energy is going to skyrocket. And this is where your rebirth is going to come. This is where you're going to integrate with self and everything that you believe in. And what I'm talking about that you believe in is that you believe that you are worthy of so much more. You are worthy of respect, is what's coming with this card. And when this happens, you will feel and you will see this snake. I have seen this snake many years ago when I ended my marriage. And I went to bed one night and there was the biggest bloody black snake I'd ever seen in my life along the curtain rod of the curtains in my bedroom. And I looked at it and I thought it was real because it was so real. And I can tell you, it scared the crap out of me because I thought it was real until I realised that it wasn't. It was a spiritual sight, but so alive. And this is what's going to happen to you. So if you see the snake, don't panic. It's not real. Maybe you might see a real snake where you live. I don't know where you live, but don't be frightened of either of them. Beautiful. Have a go at the green and the yellow. So solar plexus, the knowing, the green, the healing. Absolutely fantastic card. You're so lucky. Your rebirth is not far away if you make the right decisions. Don't beat yourself up with the decision that you make because you deserve to be treated well, is what they say. All righty. Okay. Yeah, troll. I deleted the one about the nappies. I think LeGray it was. I deleted it, but they could be still. Sorry, there was a funny telephone ring. They could be still hanging on here. I haven't seen them. It's a bit hard for me to catch them tonight because I'm working on two screens. I'm working on spiritual events here, working on my Pathway to Peace one. So if anyone can see a troll on there, pop on and delete them. And as usual with the trolls, don't answer them, don't comment, don't contact them, do nothing. Delete them. Go into your own Facebook profile pages, call up their name and block them. So either way, they can't get to you because they're after money. They're after money. And I saw that one that came up asking for, I can't see them. LeGray, what's their name, my love? I can't see them on here. I'm only getting the comments of the people watching, the people who are on here with me. So if you can see them, LeGray, I would ask you to, if you can, delete, or if anyone can see who they are on the Spiritual Events Directory page. I can't see who they are. I'm just having another little squizzy. I can't see. I can't see any. All right, okay. All righty, the troll wanted nappies, so I'd say they wanted money. Instead of saying inbox me for a reading, they decided tonight that they'd ask for money for the, can anyone help me for nappies for kids? So if they contact you, they'd probably say, give me $200 in my account, and there'd be no nappies. Parnell, oh, I haven't seen him come up, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So it's nearly 7 o'clock, and I have to bid you good night. Not that I want to, I could stay here for hours, because as you might have worked out, for those who watch me week to week, I do like to talk. And that's okay, because I'm happy with that, because I like to socialise, I like to talk, I like to nurture people, I love to socialise. That's just me. So I'm going to have to say thank you for tonight, for coming in here and joining me. I know that the crowd wasn't as big in here tonight as it normally is, but then I don't think that I'm seeing all the comments either, because as I say, I haven't seen this Larnell Fulwiley on here at all. So it's hard to say. So once again, please pop yourself in, join in the Soul programs, the Soul Collage 8-week program in there. Get in there and get your bookings done, okay, so that you can have it all organised and ready in your calendar. I look forward to having you join me for that program. We'll be fantastic 8 weeks together. Honest to God, I so love it. I so love it. I grow so much with myself being with everybody doing the program. It's so cool. Go to my website if you want to do any of my soul coaching programs, a couple of programs in there. I also have a grief program, Rain to Rainbows. I'll be talking more about that. You can book in readings. Don't forget, please like and follow my page. Share it with, thank you, Lisa. Merry Christmas to you, my love, all the way from UK. Yeah, so get in there and make your bookings. Let's get working together. Let's get you all going. As I say, at the stroke of midnight, 1st of January 2021 is not going to change if you don't change with it. So I'm here to help you make those changes. I have an accountability program coming up as well, a 6 months program where you work with me and I'll get you through to get the things done, make you accountable. That's a 6 months program that's going to be coming up. It'll be 997 Australian dollars. If anyone's interested in that, send me a DM and I'll make a time to talk with you more about that. So I'm going to wish you all a beautiful evening or a beautiful day wherever you may be. Thank you so much again for being in here with me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed your time. And don't forget, look out on my business page, Pathway to Peace, for the post about what time I'll be coming in there live on Thursday to share time with you on Christmas Eve. Pour your wine, bring your cheese and bickies or your Christmas cake or your chockies, whatever you like, sit and have a drink. Let's cheers each other. Let's support. I'll pull a few cards, spend a bit of time in here with you, and I'll see you all Thursday in Pathway to Peace. And I'll be back here, Spiritual Events Directory, next Tuesday evening, 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time as well. So I'll bid you all good night. Be safe, be well, and be happy. Thank you.